And with that said, let's stay in Group C. In this one, a little less drama. PSG 3, Ajax 1. 6 minutes in, Sandy Baltimore, Philly mob boss, gets cooking. Brilliant dance up the right side to give herself a chance to cross a ball in, which finds Marie-Antoinette Katoto for an incredibly acrobatic finish, overhead kick, back across the goalkeeper. One of the best finishes of the entire group stage, one of the best finishers on the planet. 1-0 PSG. 25th minute, Grace Guerrero picks the pocket of Chastity Grant right at the halfway line. Really quick hit ahead to PSG's closer, Marie-Antoinette Katoto again. 2 perfect touches from her. Perfect strike into the far corner. 2-0 PSG. Katoto just terrifying with the ball at her feet, man. I mean, what do you even do in that situation? She's just an absolute freight train.
With so many great number 9s in this tournament, it's hard to even rank them. Katoto has to be on the shortest of short lists there. Like, she has to be up there. She's too fast. She's too smart. She's too skilled. She is not afraid to track back and be part of the buildup. She is as close to a perfect number 9 player as you could have.
I agree with that. And I think she's just such a lethal finisher.
Hell
and
yeah.
In a one-on-one scenario, she's dominant. It's Shaq in the post. It's just like you cannot defend her with one person. The captain, Grace Guerrero, who gets the action started, she also just keeps coming up huge in big games. I mean, talked about some of these pangs of regret with our starting 11. Inadosi's probably in the mix there. Bosch is in the mix there. Guerrero, I think, right there with somebody that was real hard to leave her off my list just because she's playing so well. But again, we're in 2024, so maybe she makes my 2024 list. Let's fucking go. 31st minute, 40 yards away from the goal. Rome Luchter from Ajax wedges the ball away from PSG's Claire Hunt. Takes it coast to fucking coast. One against everybody. Doesn't matter. Looked her up the left-hand side. Sharp cuts it inward toward the center of the field. All the action flowing right, and she intelligently blasts it bottom left. Beats the keeper, Kijernik. Ajax cuts the lead in half. 2-1 PSG, and now we got ourselves a game.
I'm going to do a quick ITC petition here. I thought Lily Johannes had a really mature play right before that Luchter run. And you're right. I mean, you're dead on about Luchter. That fucking strike that she hit, just a peach. Just absolutely fantastic. But right before that Luchter run, Johannes takes the ball off of Samora. I'll back up a little bit. Sandy Baltimore looks like every time she's streaking down the field like she's shot out of a goddamn cannon. She drives the ball way down, gives the ball back to Samora, and Johannes has the presence of mind to come, get in perfect position, body Samora off the ball, and play the ball forward. It gets touched out of bounds, and then that kind of sets up Luchter going on that run. So I'm going to petition the ITC record book. I think Johannes deserves at least a hockey assist, maybe even assist. The way she cut out that other run, the Luchter run does not happen if not for Johannes' smart, aggressive defensive play there.
Yeah, great call. I mean, full cosign on the assist. We don't even know hockey assist right here.
There we go. I like it.
Lily had an awesome game.
Yep.
When she's on the ball, she's just seeing passes too.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just passing it to where she wants you to go so that the offense could keep flowing, and it's sort of like she's putting the ball where nobody else in that area is kind of like looking at that spot, but she's seeing it, putting the ball there. And then once you know it, Ajax player runs onto it and now they've got some action going. She's just so slick. In basketball, we talk about like basketball IQ.
Yep.
Her football IQ is just not that of a 16-year-old. I mean, it's really, really off the charts.
I know you're an Arsenal fan. Switch gears, Premier League. You can say it. It's Guardiola ball. She plays Guardiola ball. You can say it. It's fine.
Moving on. 40th minute. Tabitha Chawinga. Speaking of streaking up one of the sides, shot out of a fucking cannon, she was just too much to handle for Ajax up the left-hand side. Their wings, I mean, just the both of them are a freaking nightmare. And then you have Katoto just hanging out in the center of the field. Guerrero like providing service. Karshawi providing service from the opposite side. I mean, they're just a nightmare. Chawinga just flat out runs away from Isa Cardinal, finds a sprinting Katoto in stride. Her one-timer stuffed by Regina Van Eyck, who was under pressure from jump in this one.
Yeah.
Pretty good showing considering. But Grace Guerrero, the captain, she was right there to smash home the rebound. 3-1 PSG. That was all in the first half, and that's how this one ended. Another certified cracker, by the way. I don't know. What were your main takeaways from this one?
PSG's dangerous, man. I think you nailed it. So you just look at that core six: Baltimore, Katoto, Chawinga, Guerrero, De Almeida, Karshawi. You're covering every inch of the pitch.
Yep.
And they're linked up. They're in lockstep. They're super fast. They're mean. Like, they are aggressive and physical. Like, I noticed, like, Karshawi in the World Cup, She plays with an attitude back there that sets the tone for your back line. And we've already talked about De Almeida, her battles with Giacinti in the Roma matches. So they check every box, man. We'll talk about Paris FC later, but good football being played in Paris. And yeah, I mean, PSG, this is the group of life and possibly the group of death. I would expect PSG to make it through. That's another squad wouldn't be psyched about matching up with in the first round of the knockout stages.
Not at all. Yeah, I thought PSG's athleticism really won the day here.
Yeah.
And it's the same athleticism that I'm having a hard time actually verbalizing this because I know there are monsters looming everywhere.
Yeah.
It's the same athleticism that I think might help them win this tournament. I don't know, man. They look like they're going to be real hard to deal with.
Let's go.
I just couldn't get over the fact that they chased down every single loose ball in this match. And I'm not talking like 50-50 balls, but like 30-70 balls, 20-80 balls. No business getting to. They were just ferocious out there. And that extra workload that they put on all of the Ajax players, where all of a sudden you need to sprint to every ball, that should just be routine possession, right? But now you've got to sprint to all of them. That has to wear on you. And that's on top of the fact that they're just faster than you.
Yes.
I think I feel totally comfortable saying they're the most athletic team in this entire tournament. Ajax won't be thrilled with this result, but I think they played pretty well. Rome Luchter, obviously a monster. You know, she manufactures goals for fun. Lily Johannes, great game as well for her. Regina van Eyck, I think she played really solid, like I said, considering. Ajax looked dangerous in spots for sure. You know, they won the possession battle, more passes attempted, more passes completed. One more shot on target than PSG, more touches, more crosses, more corners for Ajax. They didn't play poorly at all. They just got beat by what we used to say about that Manchester United team on the men's side. Just too many singular moments of brilliance from the Parisians. And I mean, Ajax still very, very much alive. Quick note on the knockout stage permutations here. If PSG draw or win at Bayern, tall task, they're in straight away. If they lose at Bayern, now they need Roma to either win or draw at Ajax to advance to the quarters. So PSG, if they lose at Bayern and Ajax at home beats Roma, very, very possible. PSG is out. Like, this is fucking nuts. Like, we're talking about them maybe threatening. I mean, I think they're an absolute threat to reach the semifinals, maybe even the finals. We'll see what happens from there. But a couple bad breaks next week, and they might be out of the whole thing altogether. It's just fucking bonkers. Ajax, on the other hand, if they beat Roma at home, they advance. So let's fucking go. Come on. Let's get it together. Dust ourselves off and make it happen. Would love to see Ajax advance there. I still got a real soft spot for Roma too, so we'll see. If they draw or lose to Roma, they would need Bayern to draw or lose at home against PSG. Ajax, very importantly, holds the tiebreaker over Bayern. That's a done deal. They outpointed them, they outscored them in their head-to-heads, so they're in a good spot. So we'll just kind of have to see what happens. Definitely feels like this group is going to end really cruelly for two teams, and I have a feeling we could find ourselves in the dying embers of Matchday 6 and perhaps still not know how this group will shake out once the dust settles. All these Group C glorious fixtures are going down Tuesday, January 30th in the later time slot, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Any predictions heading into the final match day? I'm interested to hear your reaction to my maybe PSG, maybe a team that maybe could be hoisting the trophy when it's all said and done. A lot of maybes in there.
If you're Lyon, are you psyched about playing them? Their fans can travel.
No.
And then you have to deal with their speed. And, you know, I talked about Ellie Carpenter and Selma Basha as two very fast players. That would be a track meet I would be very interested in watching. I'm not sure Lyon would be very interested in participating in it.
Real quick on that. We talk about the boxing corollary of like styles making fights. We got a real dose of that with Roma and Bayern Munich, where it was just, they were perfectly balanced sides. 2 matches, 4 goals on each side. PSG is going to be a tough matchup for a lot of teams, Lyon included, just because they're so dangerous. I mean, Ajax outstatted them across the board pretty much in this one. Pretty much every stat you look at, Ajax was either comfortably ahead or ahead, but they just kind of have that, you know, snap of a finger ability to kind of flip a game. I mean, Ellie Carpenter is she's a race car.
Yeah.
But PSG's got 3 of those. So we see this too, like in American football, when we talk about, it's tough to beat a team 2 times in a year or 3 times in a year. There could be a little bit of that too, where when you won the first matchup, you don't learn so much from rewatching the tape. The team that loses is the one that I think has more opportunity to learn and pick up things.
For sure. And I think if you're Lyon, you probably look at us 2 American dopes and you say, hey guys, remember on October 1st in the league, we beat PSG, but they beat them 1-0. So that's close, but they beat them in Paris. And I know like we're obviously drawing way out, but PSG and Lyon, they play again on February 11th in D1F. So we might get that, and then we might get something else further in the tournament. But even if you're Barcelona, you can't be psyched about PSG's speed. I don't think you want those problems. So I love it. I think they're super live for our folks, our pals here in the States. And I guess, basketball is an international game too. Dino DeCespedes, Miami Heat fan, also a PSG fan. I think there are some corollaries here about like going fast, going hard. I feel like there are spiritually, they're kind of in the same vein.
There's a part of me that there's 3 teams in Group C that all have a piece of my heart.
That's true.
Bayern Munich's fine. Not my style, I would say, although they've got some players that I really enjoy watching. But Roma, Ajax, and PSG, I've got a soft spot for all 3. It's going to be hard not rooting for whoever makes it out of Group C into the quarters, just because I've been watching this group so closely. I mean, let's go. Let's fucking fast forward to next week already. It's almost here, 4 or 5 days away.